Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live session. So, guys, I want to quickly bring to you guys some of the things happening on the social media space. Like you can see, this headline is saying that the ADC knocks PDP over moves to Obi. Claim party has lost influence. So, Obi now is like, the beautiful bride, which everybody you must have heard people who have come on channels and on Arise television telling you that anybody that has Obi has something because of the strong organic support he is gaining from mostly the youths. So you can see that the ADC is not happy that the PDP is trying to attract Peter Obi to the PDP, and they are telling the PDP that PDP has lost influence. That means PDP is dead. So Peter Obi should not even think going over to the PDP. That is coming from the ADC, and you might argue and say, okay, some people have said, oh, Atiku is still holding on to his position to still run for the presidency. So he's not like letting go that position in the ADC. People are saying Obi shouldn't just stay in the ADC. So the whole thing has been somehow. And so many people are saying that people should just leave Peter Obi alone to take his time and decide where to go. There is no tension, as in there is still time. So he should take his time to think and decide on which party he wants to run to, because he wants to run on. Because from the look of things now, you can see the PDP is saying, come, Wike is no longer a problem. That's what people are saying. Wike is no longer a problem because Atiku has left the PDP. But guess what? Many Nigerians, especially obedience, are very skeptical. Peter will be going to the PDP. And the ADC is knocking the PDP that, see, you guys have lost influence. You are a dead party. Why are you asking Peter Obi to come over? But the whole picture I'm trying to paint to you guys is that Peter Obi is a beautiful bride. He is the beautiful bride at the moment, which any party that gets him is going to it kind of be at a more advantage point. That's how I look at it. Now I'm going to share this article with you guys, and I'm going to read a section of the article. This is coming from the Guardian. That's where this headline is coming from. Because, see, as it stands now, I believe that Peter Obi is that beautiful bride, whether you like it or not. That is who he is. And any party that gets him, some people say he should go back to the Labour Party and help fix the Labour Party. But see, let me tell you guys, a lawyer came on Voice of the People FM to discuss about Abure and the Labour Party with Peter Obi. Listen to what that lawyer said. He said the problem is not even Abure's problem, neither is it Peter Obi's problem. It is the judiciary, that the judgment, the ruling that came from the Supreme Court was not clearly defined. It's very ambiguous. So the Abure's faction is interpreting that judgment to have favored it, while the people who are loyal to Peter Obi are interpreting that judgment to have favored them. And that was why you saw Peter Obi, them, Alex Oti, them. They went to INEC to submit that judgment again, assuming INEC has not received theirs, to resubmit it to INEC and say, INEC, please make your own interpretation. But guess what? INEC has decided to be mum, to be very silent. INEC has decided to be very silent. And recently, we now saw that INEC started rejecting candidates that came through Abure. And we all interpreted it that INEC is no longer recognizing Abure as the Labour Party chairman, because INEC said they are not going to recognize those who submitted, their application through Abure. But within the twinkling of an eye, again, INEC went to restore Abure's name, because when they did this, they removed Abure's name and rejected those party members who applied to run for one position or the other through Abure. But before you know it, INEC went again to put Abure's name on their website. So the whole problem is INEC. I mean, INEC. Now that the Supreme Court has ruled, the Supreme Court is the highest court, it's like the final bus stop. This judgment is somehow ambiguous. People cannot really understand it. Now you can no longer take it to any other court. The only solution now is for INEC to decide what they make of that judgment. INEC is now like the next court that where the problem of the Labour Party is supposed to be settled. But guess what? INEC has decided to be quiet. And then you can read all kinds of meaning to that quietness, because quiet means Abure does not know if he's the chairman. Peter Obi does not, based on what the judgment is, we believe that Abure's tenure has expired and the court has ruled that Abure is no longer eligible to hold that position. And don't forget that INEC rejected those candidates on the basis of Abure's tenure expiration. So INEC also sees that Abure's tenure has expired. They removed his name, rejected his candidates. Before you know it, after rejecting those candidates, INEC went back to put Abure's name. So you don't even know what to do. There is this video I posted today about the election that happened in Lagos State. You can go and watch that video. That video will make you cry. If you watch that video in-depthly, you will want to cry about what happened in Lagos, the local government election that was recently conducted about 2-3 weeks ago in Lagos State. People, I mean, these people are Yorubas, not Igbo, not any other tribe. They were almost literally crying. They said being in an opposition in Lagos State is it's like a dangerous road that you are treading on. That they will, oh my God, I don't even know how to like describe what they are going through. They now said the INEC body in Lagos, that is LASEC, INEC in Lagos State is called LASEC. They say LASEC is another arm of the APC. That there was even a woman that was there to monitor where you voted and where you didn't vote. Can you imagine? Ishod, please, if you have your time, just go. That's the only video I posted today on my channel. So just go and watch it and listen for yourself what people were. Some of them said, if this is how we are going to go into 2027 election, then just forget it. That's to tell you that the system is gone under the Tinubu's government. This country is gone. Now look at the politics INEC is playing. People have been wondering, why has INEC not come out since to tell Abure that you are no longer recognized as the chairman of Labour Party? Only for INEC to wake up and say, we are going to reject all your candidates. Do you know the strategy? So that Labour Party will not have any grassroots candidates. This is happening in Abuja. So all those that are going to be like councillor and local government, those that submitted through Abure, they were all rejected. So that means even if Peter Obi wants to run in the Labour Party, Peter Obi won't really have those people that will help him campaign at the grass level. I mean, party members. This is how they are gradually trying to distort Peter Obi's support base. It's a strategy, you know. So there've been a lot of, arguments on what INEC is up to today. This INEC, okay, now the headline on the social media is that INEC is going to allow prisoners, those in the prison, to vote. My question is, should that be the topic for now? Whether those in prison vote or not, should that even be a topic? Should that even worry us? When people who are not in prison, those that are free, are not being allowed to vote the way they are supposed to do it. We are talking of those who have not gained freedom. This is just distraction, coming from this INEC. It appears this INEC chairman has not learned his lesson from what happened in the last election. Because when you look at the whole thing, you know that the APC has captured the entire structure. And that's why they are not perturbed. There's nothing they are going to be campaigning with. Look at the poverty, look at the insecurity. There's this bus today that was going from Onitsha to Kogi State, to Abuja. When they got to Kogi, they kidnapped the people that the boss was conveyed to Abuja. That's to tell you the level of insecurity in this country. Nobody is doing anything about that because they believe come next election, they will win, not by people coming out to vote, but they already know their strategy. You must have heard about the evidence that is going on the social media that Peter Obi actually won. More is going to be unfolded. The APC themselves, they will come out to leak secrets of what they've done against, the people who ran in the last election. But that's not even the topic for now. What I'm just trying to say is that Peter Obi is a beautiful bride. And like you can see, many people want to have him. They really want to have him, even though Peter Obi has come out to say that the ruling party is the one responsible for what is happening in other parties, and you can see it playing out. You can see it playing out with what INEC is doing. Now, the people who voted in Lagos State, they said they were just denied the whole process. In short, you need to go and watch that video for you to see that in Lagos, hey, they don't want Peter Obi to win. In short, if you are in the opposition, they make sure APC swept almost everything, both the councillorship, the chairmanship, they swept almost, I think it's 365 out of 366, something like that. You can see APC swept everywhere. Not because they said 6% of voters turnout. Have you seen that before? Did you hear what I said? 6% out of 100% of the people who were to come out and vote. The turnout was 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have you ever seen an election that the turnout was just 6%? People refused to come out because they knew their votes were not going to count. And that was exactly what happened in Lagos. And somebody was saying that, see, for those who are preparing for 2027, just look at what happened in Lagos. It is definitely going to replicate itself. So, guys, there's a whole lot to do in this country today under the Tinubu's government when it comes to democracy. The whole thing is dying. Anything that has to do with democracy, where is it again in this country? You can't protest. If you protest, the police, the military, they will come out for you. You cannot vote. These are the two constitutionally backed method for you to a kind of protest against bad governance. Either you come out to protest, or when elections come, you go and remove whosoever you think is not performing. But when the whole system has been hijacked, do we still have a country? No, we don't. So there are a lot of worries today as to where this country is going, if we are really going to say we have a country today. And that is actually what Peter Obi has been talking about, honestly. It's really, really so sad that the APC is just helping to disorganize other parties. Peter Obi has boldly said a time without number that the ruling party is in charge, is responsible for what you see going on in other parties. Look at the PDP. People are there supporting the APC. They will not even say, okay, let me defect and just go to the APC. No, they said they will still remain in the PDP to support the APC. Then when you come to Labour Party, the judiciary has given a judgment that people cannot that is causing more confusion. Usually when you have confusion, you go to the court brings clarity. Now you have confusion, you go to the court will even double the confusion. That is the state of things in Nigeria, which I just pray that God gives us the opportunity, to get leaders who are willing to build strong institutions like this INEC, the security agents. Lagos State opposition, they were lamenting over what the security agents did during that local government election. You need to see, they said INEC, the APC, the Lagos State INEC, and the security agents, they were used. The clips are there. Go and watch it and hear for yourself, just for you to know that 2027, we don't even know where we are heading to. And we are talking about electoral reform. Nobody is even paying attention to all that. Now, this headline says, Arewa Forum backs Jonathan's return, dismisses Obi's one-term pledge. PDP chieftain welcomes Jonathan Atiku Obi, 6 open presidential primaries. So they are saying these 3 people should come back to the PDP, Jonathan, Atiku, and Peter Obi, and they should come and conduct primary in the PDP. And Arewa is saying they don't want Peter Obi's one term. You see, the North, I don't even know how to say, the North has always been, when it comes to we getting that kind of democracy, like the way it is burning in the hearts of Nigerian youths today, they really want to see a change. But the problem we have is the North. Because when you come to the Southern youths, in short, is just few percentage of persons that will tell you they like APC. Majority of the Nigerian youths want to see a country that is working. But with Arewa, that's the North telling you that they will not vote for Peter Obi. They are really trying to, interfere with that plan to have a better government next election. So, but this was actually what happened in the last election. So we are not even going to depend on this headline, because last election they did not even endorse Peter Obi or embrace him and all that. But still, Peter Obi was able to get some votes, especially in the north, like the middle belt area. You talk of Plateau, you talk of Taraba, Benue, Nasarawa, and some of those places that are not really like the northwest, where you have Katsina, Kanu, and all other states like that. Peter Obi was able to like get some northern states really voted for him, then coupled with the south, where he got majority of his votes. So Peter Obi won the last election. You must have seen that will I call it data information on the last election that was trending a few days ago. People were even linking it to the former governor of Kaduna State, that he is exposing the rot in the system, that Obi actually won that election, which many people know that Obi won. If not, where did that glitch come from? And since that glitch happened, who has come out to explain to us how and why and what actually caused the glitch? Nobody, nobody. So a whole lot in this country is happening. I just pray that Peter Obi, God helps him to like decide and choose the right platform to run on. His organic base is still very organic supporters. They are still with him. He's not, instead, he's winning more because the APC has actually ended up disappointing Nigerians. So I just hope that we get it right this time. And I just hope that the Northerners, they should be tired of the APC-led government and join the obedience for a better country, because we deserve it at this point. We cannot continue to just be, playing this kind of politics that we are playing today, and tomorrow now they'll tell you, okay, the North said they don't want this and they want this other person, and at the end of the day, it will help to truncate that privilege that we would have had. So we all know that Sowore was arrested by the police, and now he has been released. I just want to give you guys some of the updates. I'm going to share our Twitter space just for you to see some of the things happening there. Peter Obi also stepped in for Sowore, which many people applauded him, for him to have taken that step, because Sowore is a very big critic of Peter Obi, even though Peter Obi does not talk about him, but he always takes on Peter Obi. But Nigerians have really applauded Peter Obi for being who he is. He doesn't hold grudges. He doesn't come out to start saying, oh, this person didn't support me at this time, why will I not support him? No, he's just there to do the right thing. And Peter Obi told the Nigerian police to release Sowore for the fact that he even came by himself to honor the invitation. It's enough for them to have accorded him some level of, decent treatment, not to have handled him the way they handled him. This is Sowore speaking. Nigerian police force and its illegal IGP has capitulated to the demand of the revolutionary movement. Have been released from the unjust, unwarranted, and unlawful detention. However, it is nothing to celebrate. Walk tongues, but I can't do without thanking you all for not giving up. You've all seen the power of unity. I think, yeah, Nigerians spoke up. Yes, Nigerians spoke up. Although some people were like, I don't know, but I love it that Nigerians spoke up, especially when Peter Obi added his voice. It helped to like show that at a time like this, we all should be united against the oppression by the Nigerian government, like we are seeing. Now, this guy is talking about Peter Obi, and let me just allow you to take a look at, listen for yourself what he's saying.
Peter Obi saying, I'm only going to do one term. That means Peter Obi is the real man. That means he's sure of himself. He said, I only need 4 years to make things happen. And truth be told, you don't need donkey years. You don't need 8 years to make impact. So I can see now that the North, they are accepting Peter Obi more because they see their ally that agreed to do one term so they can come back and do their own 8 years. And I can tell you, Peter Obi won't disappoint because he's honest. And you can see the way he's moving in the North now. He's making APC so anti-shake. And El-Rufai is taking Peter Obi to some places in the North now that the North are gradually accepting the guy. So 2027, don't let them deceive you that Peter Obi will not get any vote from the North. Their vote from the North, they are already moving to Peter Obi. Why they are working in South, Southeast, and Southwest, but they keep forgetting that Peter Obi still controls Southeast, South, and he can still chop Lagos. That is how deep it is. So 2027 is not sure for APC. Don't be scared. Don't stop thinking, oh, they don't win or they will win. No. Peter Obi is fully informed, and with El-Rufai taking him round, he don't that one don't scatter calculation for APC. That's why you see they are talking about. So it's not about who is the campaign now. All those governors the campaign, I can assure you, with Governor Monday in Edo, Peter Obi will still win Edo with 73% matching 2027. 100% free, fair, credible election. This APC is not settled. It's not looking coastal clear for APC right now. So now brain, then they use. Peter Obi is coming up. He's moving to the North now. You can see the acceptance thanks to El-Rufai. Now, thank God, no one party state. People are ready.
So, guys, you heard him very well. Actually, El-Rufai is one of those people who are saying that the power should still go back to the South, not the North, because of Atiku really wants this power at all costs, you know. Last election, Atiku was not supposed to be on the ballot, considering the fact that Buhari is a northerner, Buhari is a Fulani man. Then, after 8 years, another northerner who is also another Fulani man still wants to take over. It does not even sound good to the ears of anybody, you know, no matter your religion or your tribe. It doesn't just sound good at all. It will be as if the country is meant for a tribe, no, or for a region, no. But instead of Atiku to have played the best role that he will play that will fetch him some level of respect in the future, he would have just surrendered and decided to support a candidate. You can imagine if Atiku had supported Peter Obi in the last election, bringing his own supporters alongside Peter Obi's supporters. You know, even though INEC was out to cause the glitch, it would have been more difficult for them to have caused that glitch. So, but Atiku refused that he wanted to run. At the end of the day, he ran. He didn't get it. And now again, people are telling him, why not just support Peter Obi? After one term, then it will be power going back to the North. Possibly he's considering his age. But for myself, I'm just thinking even if Atiku is 90, he will still want to run. That's the way I look at it. I don't think he was okay now. This age, I wouldn't want to. No, if he's at 90, Atiku will be able to enter Aso Rock. I believe he still want to run. So he would have just played that, is it elder statesman or as a leader, you know, play that role to say, okay, a southern person should go. After which, when power returns to the North, let me battle for it or struggle it then. But no, he has been coming out, and now let's just say he owns the ADC, and Peter will be going there, honestly, Peter will be going to ADC. I'm somehow scared if they are going to give him the ticket there, because Atiku has been the one, like he's the founding father of that ADC. He's the one that has spent his time, his money, his energy, everything to bring the group together. So he wouldn't want to just relinquish that position or what is eyeing like that. But El-Rufai is saying power should come back to the South. El-Rufai believes that the North had it for 8 years. So it should equally come back to the South for that 8 years. And you can see that El-Rufai is in a very close relationship with Peter Obi when it comes to this. And Nigerians are believing that with the kind of person of El-Rufai, he's somebody who can easily kind of influence the northern vote with his close tie to Buhari and all that. So people believe that Peter Obi has a very strong support base in the South. With someone like El-Rufai, he'll be able to woo more voters from the North, and that is going to give him more advantage, which, yes, I think that is also going to be possible. But let's see how everything goes. Now that they are calling on Jonathan, some Northerners are wooing Jonathan to come and run, but many people have looked at it and they've just concluded that they just want to disgrace Jonathan. For Jonathan to even agree that he wants to step out to run, I don't think he really took his time to make that decision, because where is he running to? Is it the Jonathan that they ridiculed him to be weak and there was corruption in his tenure and all that? We know that Jonathan himself is a sound man, but like people saw it that he was not able to manage the situation around him. Is he the one the North is bringing out? And many Nigerian youths on the social media are saying no, that they want Peter Obi, not Jonathan. So who and who do they think is going to now vote for Jonathan? If majority of the Nigerian youths, who are actually the ones that will come out to really vote, you saw what happened in the last election. Nigerian youths came out, and that was what gave Peter Obi more leverage, more advantage over others. Now, if Jonathan comes out to run, where is he even going to start from? Is it PDP that is losing, its members, and with the likes of Wike them in the PDP? It will be difficult for him. So a whole lot is at stake for Jonathan in case he decides to run. But somebody like Peter Obi, who the youths are still strongly behind him, he just needs some little support, to stand out. At least if elections are fair and credible in this country, we won't even be talking about this get support from there, get support. Let INEC just conduct a free and fair election. People have already said it that Tinubu will not win. If you've seen that data that has been on the social media on how the election of last election was rigged, you will see that Peter Obi won so many states, APC lost so many. And if that is the actual result, then El-Rufai knows what he's saying. He was on Arise television where he said he has checked the figures, that if Tinubu comes third, Tinubu should thank God. He said if Tinubu manages to come number 3, that Tinubu should thank his God, and he's not sure. Anyway, I'm going to bring in that clip, that he's not sure that Tinubu can even make it to number 3. That's to tell you that this man knows what he's saying. El-Rufai, he's part of the APC. They know how the election for last year went. Let me see if I can pick up that clip and just share it with you guys. But from the look of the whole thing, I believe that Peter Obi is still having more advantage, more than majority of them who are still eyeing that position. Sorry, I lost that clip. I would have loved to share it. Okay, I think I still have it here. Let me play it.
To make this election look as if it is settled. It is not. They are giving the impression through defections and so on as if, this is set. It is not. We know. Okay? It is not. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I have looked at the numbers, I've looked at the trends of elections. President Tinubu has no pathway to win. He cannot win.
You see, I don't know, the body language, read into his body language, not just what he's saying. El-Rufai is speaking from an angle of, I know his support base. I know how many people voted for him. in the last election. He said he has looked at the numbers, that he is very sure he cannot win. You hear him say, if he comes third, he should thank his God. He didn't say he should, but just listen.
In fact, you'd be lucky if he's third. Okay?
On that note, I want to...
Wait, sorry.
President Tinubu has no pathway to win. He cannot win. In fact, you'd be lucky if he's third.
If he's lucky, if he's third, if he comes third, that's exactly what he said there. But let me rewind it again.
Tinubu has no pathway to win. He cannot win. In fact, you'd be lucky if he's third. Okay?
On that note, I want to...
So that was the end of this program. He said he has looked at the figures. He has looked at the numbers, that he believes he cannot win. And after he was even sworn in, he came out to say, okay, not after, when he was declared winner, he said, I know many of you did not vote for me. They know Obi won, you know? And many people are saying, why didn't Obi insist that Tinubu shouldn't be sworn in and all that? Peter Obi doesn't want, just like Jonathan didn't want people's life to be jeopardized. That's exactly what Peter Obi didn't want. But you see, that's why El-Rufai is speaking and nobody can touch him, because he knows what they know. He knows what they know. So guys, we just hope that we don't have a replication of what we had. Okay, sorry, I was sharing. Possibly you guys didn't even see the video. The video I shared with you. I'm so sorry. I was playing a video, but I don't think you saw it. Oh, sorry, because I was on Twitter.
Tinubu is determined to make this election look as if it is settled. It is not. They are giving the impression through defections and so on as if, this is... It is not. We know. Okay? It is not. And as I've said before, and I'll say it again, I have looked at the numbers, I've looked at the trends of elections. President Tinubu has no pathway to win. He cannot win. In fact, you'd be lucky if he's third. Okay?
On that note, I want to...
So you heard it. He said he should be lucky if he is third, not him winning, as in coming first. So guys, you can see that El-Rufai is speaking with confidence, his words are not like being picked. He's saying it because he knows what he's saying. But we hope that INEC, this one we are talking about electoral reform and nobody's even paying attention to all that. We just hope that these people will know that Nigerians are tired of the system, especially INEC. That's where our problem is, and allow the votes of the people to count. So guys, I would just advise you, please, take your time and go watch the video I have on my channel there and see that video for yourself. Watching that video, I've really sat down and thought about that video. I was like, God. I listened to the clips from A to Z. I picked those clips from different points and brought them together just for people to see. I will urge you, go and watch it. I posted that video today, I think in the afternoon. Watch it and listen for yourself what just happened in Lagos recently, about 2-3 weeks ago. I think they had that election on the 12th of July. So it's a recent incident. It's not something that happened 1 year ago. And people are like, if this is how the presidential election is going to be, then there is problem. I mean, myself, I was worried for this country after watching those clips. I was really worried. I was like, God, we didn't learn anything from 2023. Nothing has changed. Instead, things have worsened. I mean, real worsening. The situation has really worsened. You remember what the INEC in Lagos did last election, where they refused to even give out PVCs. People were ready to sleep at the INEC office there in Lagos. Almost the same thing they are trying to replicate. There were places people could not vote only if you are an APC member. In this chairman local government election, they said they were like enjoying themselves with a kind of drinks. They were as if it's a party. You are only allowed to come in if you're an APC member. Just go and listen. This is Yorubas testifying. This is not Igbo stuff. Go and listen for yourself to see that this country is finished under Tinubu's government. Honestly, there's nothing like democracy here. Now, Peter Obi was in Bauchi State today, here it says Peter Obi visiting prisoner man with passion for humanity. Possibly he went to the prison, I don't really know, but he was in Bauchi State today. He went to a school of nursing there and donated to them like he has always done. I'm going to this is one of the clips of Peter Obi in Bauchi. It says Mr. Peter Obi visited Malikia College of Nursing, Midwifery, Health and Social Sciences, Bauchi State today. E be like say na northern youth carry Peter Obi matter pass south to. Let me play it for you. So, guys, you've seen it. For people who come out to tell us that the North say it's not going to, majority of the people you see here are above 18 years because this is school of nursing, is like a university. So it's not a junior secondary, neither is it even a senior secondary. These are people that are already like in the university or college of education or whatever you call it. So there are no kids here. These are either some of them are going to be first-time voters, or some of them have already voted like once, twice. They should be like 20 or 20-something years people here, and you can see them shouting Obi, Obi, Obi. So some people will just come out. Like in the last election, they made it look like, oh, Peter Obi is not going to get one. Remember, they said it's 4 people tweeting in a room, but it ended up becoming massive when they now saw the figures. They didn't have any other option than to tell us glitch happened. Until today, we don't know how that glitch happened. So you can imagine now that Peter Obi is being accepted to this level. Tell me why people will not come out to vote for him. Tell me why. Obi has been doing his things. He has been going around trying to make impact with his own personal money. But those who are even borrowing money that the entire Nigerians are going to pay, guess what they are doing with their own? Even if they come to your state, they will tell you it's renewed hope agenda. Do you know what that means? You are entering into a covenant that you are going to vote for Tinubu. This is like a kind of a campaign project for Tinubu. They started it since they came into power. Renewed hope agenda. So they are giving it to you to woo you, to entice you that you must vote for them, whether they do well or not. Like you've seen the Tinubu's wife, yes, she has been going around giving money. Good and fine, because there's poverty in the land. At least that will help some families to like eat for 1-2 days or 1 week. But nevertheless, that's not the best way to tackle poverty. That's not the best way. How much are you going to share? You share 1 billion in this state, you share 1 billion in the other state. Will it even go round the poor people in that state? It won't. So it's like just pouring salt into an ocean. It's not going to, reduce the rate of hunger in the country. So that's why these people really need to sit down to understand the challenges Nigerians are going through and tackle them the right way.
I'm a first-time voter. I am standing here today to proudly say that I will be voting for Peter Obi in 2027. My decision is not based on popularity or pressure. It is based on principles, visions, and results. I believe in Peter Obi's leadership because Peter Obi has shown commitment to real change, whether it is improving education, creating jobs, ensuring security, or fighting corruption. Peter Obi has a plan, and more importantly, a proven record of taking action. This is not about politics, it's about the future of our country. I want a leader who listens, who leads with integrity, and who puts people first. This is why I am casting my vote for Peter Obi, and I encourage others to do the same. Let's choose progress. Let's choose leadership that works. Thank you.
Wow, this is nice, honestly. So these are first-time voters and they're already taking their decisions. Like she said, she's going to vote for Peter Obi, and she has given her reasons why she chose Peter Gregory Obi.
Hi guys, my name is Favor and I'll be voting Peter Obi in 2027 because I know that with Peter Obi on seat, we're having good governance and we that are students will not have issues with unemployment when we are done with school. Hi guys, my name is
So
Favor and
yes, she
I'll be voting
believes
Peter.
with
Hi, my
Peter
name is
Obi, job
Favor
go
and
dey.
I'm Agent Alpha for Peter. I am a first time voter and I'll be voting Peter in 2027 presidential election because I think he is the best for Nigeria to eradicate poverty and make employment for the youth, even as becomes the president of Nigeria. Hi, my name is Favor.
So a first-time voter too. I think the voice is very low, but these are all first-time voters who are declaring their support for Peter Obi, saying they want to vote for him because they believe by the time they are done with school, there will be job for them, and they need somebody who has a record already, and somebody who is credible, whom they can trust. That is why they want to vote for Peter Obi. So, guys, these are some of the things we love seeing. Peter Obi is the man of the people. So this actually Peter Obi in Bauchi State. See Peter Obi on Friday in Bauchi paid a visit to Malkia College of Nursing Sciences and into Sharu Taufizu School, Quranic Islamic School, where he donated 10 million and 5 million respectively. Peter Obi gave them money for support. So nice. He's really taking his time to go around and visit the people. So that is it. And this is also Peter Obi, in the north, I think in the School of Nursing, like you can see, this person is wearing a nursing cap. So yeah, the man has been putting in his own little and support. If one man can be going around sharing money like this, while he does not get pension, doesn't receive all those cars like Tinubu them receive. He receives pension as a former governor of Lagos. He receives as a former senator. The wife receives as former senator. Now they are in Aso Rock. Peter Obi didn't receive any after leaving office. Any, even land. Oh my God. Even land, no car, nothing. But you see all these governors that have left office. They will get houses in Abuja. They will get cars being changed, I think, every 2 years or every 4 years. Their domestic staffs and whatever, medical allowances. Do you know the package? And do you know some of these governors, before they leave office, they will pass bill that will enrich them after leaving office. They will pass all those bills so that when they leave, they will still be getting a large cut from the state government. And that is why many governors are going bankrupt. Many states are going bankrupt. They can't pay. See the 70,000 minimum wage. Many of them, it was difficult for them to start paying. They say they can't. But when they are leaving office, they will pass bill that will enrich them forever and enrich their families. So you can imagine when they leave as governor, getting those pensions, they will go to Senate and leave Senate, they will get those pensions. Before you know it, they will join ministerial posts. Ministerial posts, they will still get pension. And let's not even count. This is why we keep borrowing, and we can't see borrowing for consumption, paying salaries and pension for all these people. Now, this man is saying that repentant terrorists deserve rehabilitation, not death. Can you imagine? I don't know what will be the fate of those military men who have been killed by these terror people. I don't know what's going to be the fate of some of the military guys who either have one leg or one hand or their eyes bullet pierced through and maybe they are just having one eye now or they've even gone blind. They are just hopping with one leg and all that. How would they feel seeing how much Nigeria is spending in rehabilitating, like they said, rehabilitation? We don't know if that is really rehabilitation. How do these military men feel? Families that have been sacked, you go to IDP camps, people are starving. How do they feel seeing that the terrorists that buy them and buy their family members and beheaded some Nigerians are now the ones being rewarded? You know, they say they have been rehabilitated, they will be given money to go home. And now it's being justified that you cannot buy them, you have to rehabilitate them. This man went further to say terrorists were there against their will. Can you imagine? None of them is a child, though. These are all Akati Koros. These are all matured men above 18 years. See, it's only in Nigeria that these things can happen. See, in the developed world, once you are 18, you see that 18, once you are 18, you can't tell someone, you can't tell a police officer or even the court that you went to commit one thing that is not, it was not your will. You nobody will listen to you. At the age of 18, constitutionally, your brain should be working. So coming to tell us that terrorists were there against their will is something we don't understand. Nigerians need to understand the benefit of the rehabilitation program. Can you imagine? They cannot be blamed or pied as they were forced into it. Can you imagine? They can lay down their arms and be rehabilitated. This is a retired brigadier or brigadier, general, former Nigerian army spokesman, Sani Usman, is the one saying this, that these people, oh my God, above 18, that they didn't go into it at their own will. This is the only country that can do that. I'm telling you. That's why they see us as underdeveloped countries, you know, African or African countries. Because this cannot happen in any other country in the world. I mean, developed countries that at the age of 18, even like in Europe, see, if your child is 10 years, you start warning that child and twisting the ears. Because at the age of 14, you go to jail. Though they have like juvenile jail. But you go to jail because they believe if they don't start jailing you on time, the person might turn to monster. So they use it to like deter others from going into criminality. But in Nigeria, somebody that is already 40, 30 and joined these gangs, they will tell us that they didn't know when they joined. They didn't do it willingly. So guys, this country really has a lot to work on. This country has a lot. Tell me how other people will stay away from criminality if we continue to reward it. How will somebody tell his child that don't do it so that you don't go to jail? It will not happen now because you can do it and tell them you have repented. They will accept you and even give you money to go home after rehabilitation. So the criminality is definitely going to continue. This is really sad that we are here as a country, honestly. Nothing is improving. Nothing is improving in this country. Anyway, guys, I don't know. I would have just loved to go ahead with more updates. This is also Peter Obi in Bauchi today. I think it's the same clip we saw before when he came into a class of students. So, but I'm really, really not happy that they are telling us that these people that went into criminality cannot, be punished while many military people have died. Have you even forgotten the military jet that was shot down? Have you forgotten the former chief of is it army staff or what, CDS that died? Have you forgotten the young, hefty-looking guy under Buhari's government? They shot his jet and he died. Now, the people, possibly some of his some of the people that buyed him may have gotten pardon and were giving state money to go home and sin no more. And then we have people who stole phones in prisons across Nigeria. We have people who stole chicken. You saw the boy that they said he stole chicken. He was in Osun State and stayed for how many years? Recently, there's this guy that was brought out from prison. He went in at the age of 12. Before he came out, his body was almost rotten. I don't know if you saw him recently on Twitter. Somebody went there and raised alarm, and then a lawyer now went for him. I don't know the process that led to him being released. He went in at the age of 12. I think he's like 22 now. Maybe he spent like 10 years for something he doesn't know anything about. But people who have even pied people upon their sins, they are being forgiven. So there is some balances that we really need to do in this country, you know. Now, this is PDP threatening to sanction those endorsing Tinubu's re-election. The problem is, are they really going to take action? I was surprised though seeing Makinde in this picture, because I don't really know. I know Makinde, like they said, that he wants to run for presidency, but me, I was like, Makinde, I've not really seen much impact from him in his state that he's governing, let alone coming to say, I want to be president, except he wants to do it for Tinubu, because you might decide to say, I'm running. Then when the election is closed, you collapse your structure into the Tinubu's own just to support him. And possibly you get some benefit from him. So these are the faces of those they believe are supporting Tinubu from the PDP that are going to be penalized. We look forward to seeing it happen. This was when Peter Obi arrived at Bauchi State. And yeah. So I'm just going to stop this section here. Just wanted to give you guys some updates of what is happening on the social media. This is Peter Obi condemns Sowore's detention as abuse of power. Demands immediate release. That's coming from Sahara Reporters. So guys, let's end it here. I want to say a very big thank you for joining me. I don't want to keep it long, just to give you guys updates on what is happening in the Nigerian political space, and let me know your honest reaction on all this topic. What do you think? Where is Nigeria heading to? What are you doing about 2027? You have to talk to people. Like you saw those first-time voters. Somebody's actually talking to them, trying to woo them to support the right candidates. You have to do your own portion, and we all have to also join our voices in calling out the National Assembly to do the electoral reform. We really need it. We need it. And see, one guy said during election, please, we need cameras, even though the police is intimidating people not to bring cameras, because the only thing the court is going to ask you, where is your evidence? Where is your evidence? They said when they came in with phones, they said, stop, those policemen, stop recording, stop recording, stop recording. Then at the end now, the court will ask you, where is evidence? They will not allow you to record, but it will be something that the courts will be requesting for. Can you see such a country? Nigerians, we really need to. I think I was just saying in my mind, you know, all these wearable cameras, like the ones the police in the US is using and other Western world. I think in Europe here, they also use it. People wear camera, you won't know they have it. I think these are some of the things that people should be thinking of, because using your phone, they can easily hit it and it fall down and breaks. But if you are wearing a camera, they don't even know where you might place it at any place you want it to be difficult to be dictated. Because what we have this time, the APC is out. This coming election, they are out. They want to do everything possible to make sure that they win, even if people didn't vote for them. They will rewrite this time. They will write and rewrite everything. So we all have to join our voices together, as Peter for Nigeria has been doing on the social media. He really needs more support in calling out the National Assembly, those of them on the Senate floor and those in the House of Reps, they should do something about electoral reform, except they don't want to conduct a free and fair election. APC actually knows that Nigerians cannot vote for them because of the hunger in the land. So for them, they will just depend on anyhow they can manipulate. But it's our duty to just keep calling them out, because the right thing has to be done. This country has to be redeemed, you know. We can't just allow the younger ones now to still grow up to meet this mess that we are into today. So guys, I want to say a very big thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to more people, and also drop your thoughts in the comment section below. With this, I want to say a very big thank you for being with me, and let's meet some other time. Good night. Bye.